All right, good evening, everybody, and thank you for joining us for the regular scheduled village board meeting on January 23rd, 2024. Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And line roll call, please.
Mayor DeBolt.
Here.
Trustees Amos.
Here.
Brockman.
Here.
Carroll.
Here.
Chapman.
Here.
Luciano.
Here.
And Selfridge.
Here.
All right, we do have a quorum for this evening. With that, are there any citizens wishing to address the village board? Seeing none, we will move into this evening's consent agenda. Item number 1 will be approval of the regular meeting minutes of January 9th, 2024. Approval of the special committee of the whole meeting minutes for January 9th, 2024. Approval of accounts payable in the amount of $290,540.02. Approval of payment in the amount of $11,317.56 to Arbortech for tree pruning. Payment in the amount of $50,234.26 to Durazio Ford for a police vehicle. And approval of the payment in the amount of $50,735.50 to Brandenburg Electronic Systems for the boardroom audio-visual upgrades. Are there any items a board member has a question or needs any further clarification on? If not, seek a motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
Motion Luciano, second Chapman. Roll call, please.
Brockman.
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge.
Yes.
And Amos.
Yes.
All right, consent's been approved. Reports and communications. Lana, was there anything you had received prior to this evening's meeting?
No, sir.
Thank you. I have nothing at this time. So we will move into this evening's order of business. Business item number 1 will be consideration for approval of the reappointment of Chris Dre to the Police Pension Board for a 1-year term. This is simply formality. We obviously go through. We have to reappoint members to our police and fire pension boards, and simply just formality. Mr. Dre, Shorewood resident, been on the board, been on this committee for a few years now, and represents on a regular basis and provides very good input for everybody. So, if there's no questions, seek the motion to approve the reappointment.
I'll make a motion to approve the reappointment of Chris Dre to the Police and Pension Board for a 1-year term.
Second.
Motion Luciano, second Selfridge. Roll call, please.
Carroll.
Yes.
Chapman.
Yes.
Luciano.
Yes.
Selfridge.
Yes.
Amos.
Yes.
And Brockman.
Yes.
Item number 1 is approved. Item number 2 will be consideration for approval of a resolution declaring a surplus in the Jefferson Street, Illinois Route 59 TIF district and related payment of $23,974.54 to the Will County Treasurer, Ms. Burkle.
Thank you. Back before, or in the process of initiating this TIF, there was an intergovernmental agreement entered into by the village and some of those taxing districts impacted by the TIF that would predetermine an amount of surplus for each of the years of the TIF. It was 0% for years 1 through 5 and became 5% at TIF year 6. That 2022 tax levy, which is the taxes paid in 2023, is the first year that we have a payment due back to the county. So this is the 5% payment. We'll send that back off to the county, and then they will distribute it appropriately to the other taxing bodies. Be happy to take any questions.
And on the note that you have, we have $498,000 some odd dollars. Is that, once we take that out, that's deducted from that, that's what our balance will still be?
No, that's the total amount. So that's the amount we got in this year. There's more money than that in the TIF fund.
That's just for this year?
Yeah, we can go over that during the budget, but the surplus payment of $23,000 comes off of that $478.
Okay, that's all I was curious about. Thank you.
Any additional questions regarding the TIF? Take a motion to approve.
motion for approval of an ordinance directing and authorizing the disposal of surplus property. Oh, wrong one.
Yep, you're correct.
I want to make a motion to approval of a resolution declaring the surplus in the Jefferson Street, Illinois, Route 59 tax increment financing allocation district and related payment of $23,974.54 to the Will County Treasurer.
Second.
Motion Luciano, second trustee Amos. Roll call, please.
Chapman?
Yes.
Luciano?
Yes.
Selfridge?
Yes.
Amos?
Yes.
Brockman?
Yes.
And Carroll.
Yes.
Item 2 has been approved. Item number 3, consideration for approval of an ordinance for directing and authorizing disposal of surplus property by the village of Shorewood. This item is up for a first read. Public Works Director Noriega.
Thank you, Mayor. So all of the vehicles listed have already all been replaced in our fleet. There was only one vehicle, the H3, was a confiscated vehicle that our police department used in their program. All the vehicles have outlived its useful life and no longer economically maintainable. Staff recommends village board approve the ordinance disposing the surplus property and waive the second reading. Any questions?
Kind of a routine process, unless somebody's got any questions about something on the list.
I'll make a motion for the approval of an ordinance directing and authorizing the disposal of surplus property by the village of Shorewood and waive the second reading.
Second.
Motion Selfridge, second Carroll. Roll call, please.
Luciano?
Yes.
Selfridge?
Yes.
Amos?
Yes.
Brockman?
Yes.
Carroll.
Yes.
And Chapman?
Yes.
Item 3 has been approved. Item number 4 will be consideration for approval of an ordinance for the impoundment of unscheduled buses. This item is up for a first read. Chief Hunter.
Good evening. In your packet, we have an ordinance that was prepared by Attorney Silverman, providing for the impoundment of unscheduled buses that will complement the ordinance that was passed by you on January the 9th. That was your request to include impoundment in the ordinance. So we created that for you separately. Any questions?
Is that impoundment fee $750 a day, or that's the total fee for the
That's the total fee.
total fee?
We kept this ordinance very straightforward based on the conversation from the previous board meeting. So the attorney drew it up and has presented this.
I should add that in addition to the $750 impoundment fee, the tow company that tows the bus will be charging the storage fee as well.
I'll make a motion for, during your questions for, no. I'll make a motion for approval of ordinance for the impoundment of unscheduled buses and waive the second reading.
Second.
Motion Luciano, second Carroll. Roll call, please.
Selfridge?
Yes.
Amos?
Yes.
Brockman?
Yes.
Carroll?
Yes.
Chapman?
Yes.
And Luciano?
Yes.
All right, item number 4 has been approved. Item number 5 is the consideration for approval of an ordinance amending the Shorewood Code of Ordinances with respect to the impoundment of motor vehicles. This item is also up for a first read. Chief Hunter.
That was finished earlier. You also have that in your packet. This was amended to include the buses in the original ordinance. Very short, straightforward, as the mayor mentioned.
Again, this just helps amend the village's Code of Ordinances in respect to the impoundment of the previous ordinance.
Just to clarify the last question, so if a bus is impounded, it's towed somewhere. Is it towed to our police yard or towed to the tow truck yard?
Totally.
So that's where they have daily fees, so if somebody doesn't come pick up the bus, okay. That's my only question.
Motion to approve ordinance amending the Shorewood Code of Ordinances with respect to impoundment of motor vehicles and waive the second reading.
Motion Amos, second Carroll. Roll call, please.
Amos?
Yes.
Brockman?
Yes.
Carroll?
Yes.
Chapman?
Yes.
Luciano?
Yes.
And Selfridge?
Yes.
All right, that concludes for this evening's order of business. With that, we'll move over to our trustee comments. Trustee Amos.
Mr. Mayor, no comment?
No problem. Trustee Barton.
Thank you, Mayor. Our next planning and zoning meeting will be on February 7th. We do have a couple of agenda items, as Natalie pointed out in her report, and but it's too early for a final agenda. So that's my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Kellogg.
No.
Trustee Chapman.
No comment.
Trustee Luciano.
This Thursday, the Citizens Advisory Committee will be hosting a presentation from the United States Cyber Fraud Division. And also, in April 25th, we will have at the Citizens Advisory Committee, Will County State's Attorney Glasgow will make a presentation on the effects of the recently changed Safety Act. And besides that, anyone interested in becoming involved with the Citizens Advisory Committee, they can contact myself or one of the committee members. The information to contact us is on the website. And that's all I have.
And you said, Trustee, you referenced the other part, your Safety Act update was being done in April?
April 25th.
Thank you. And Trustee Selfridge.
No comment.
With that, I just want to tell our residents we've had some kind of gruesome weather the last couple of days, and appreciate all the work Public Works has done. We know they've been running split shifts, doing their due diligence to maintain roads and keep them passable for police, fire, and just all around our residents to be able to get through the community. So without a doubt, I greatly appreciate all the hard work that's been done by Public Works and our residents for using their due diligence and driving safely and being responsible on these roadways with some of the treacherous weather we've had this last couple of days. With that, we do have an executive session item. It would be for land acquisition and sale or lease of real estate owned by the village. I do need a motion to go into exec.
So moved.
I have a motion by Trustee Selfridge,
Second.
seconded by Trustee Carroll. Roll call.
Brockman,
Yes.
Carroll,
Yes.
Chapman,
Yes.
Luciano,
Yes.
Selfridge,
Yes.
and Amos.
Yes. All right, well, we will, and for the record, we will adjourn from executive session. There'll be no action taken after. So we will go into the